Wait, watch this before you gather your investment capital. A 2 million naira secret the rich will never tell you that you need to know today. Welcome to the Digital Wealth Academy YouTube channel, a channel where we create opportunities for you to be financially free. So yesterday, someone asked a question that shook me, and this was this. He said, "Sir, I want to invest 2 million naira. Should I wait and gather that money before start investing, or should I start investing 166,700 naira monthly until it adds up to 2 million naira?" You know, I looked at that question. I was like, this one really does not know how the rich really work. Now, let me show you an example. Mrs. Edidion has 2 children. You get the point now. Idara and Okon. Both of them want to invest 2 million naira. That is their investment target. Okay? Now, Idara said, "I want to wait until I am able to gather 2 million naira." While Okon sits back and said, "No, I am receiving so amount of money and I can invest 166,700 naira on a monthly basis until it adds up to 2 million naira for the investment capital target that I have." Now, let's fast forward to 30 years later. 30 years later, what happened after 30 years that 16% interest that Idara wait until invested 2 million naira once, and Okon that begins to invest 166,000 naira on a monthly basis? What is the interest after 30 years? Now, after 30 years, Idara, who waited before gathering 2 million naira, is able to have 171,699,754 naira, while Okon, who started investing immediately with 166,700 naira every month for 12 months, did not allow his money to be idle. After 12 months, he was able to have 2.166 million. That is money that would have sat idle. Guess what? After 30 years, at 16% interest on that money invested in money market mutual fund, right? Okon was able to have 186,280,350 naira. That is 14.6 million more than Idara, his sister. While Idara was waiting, to gather the money and Okon was busy gathering his own money, gathering compounding interest. Do you know the power of compounding? Let me tell you something. When something compounds, right, what should have taken you 2 years to gather, I can bet you that it will take you like 6 months or 1 year and 6 months to gather, because you have compounding interest. That is a lot of money. 14.6 million naira more than his sister, who waited for 12 months before she was able to gather 2 million naira investment capital. Come on. You don't have to leave that money idle. You do not have to leave that money idle, no matter how little it is. In as much as you already have an investment plan, investment goal, you know that at the time of, let's say 2 years, 3 years, you want to have 5-6 million naira as investment capital. I can tell you for a fact, whether it's 10,000 that comes in right now, put that money where you want to invest, so that at the time where you have the 5 million or 6 million, you know that you are not just starting, you already have compounding interest. Compounding interest for 5 years, you would have, let me say, maybe 6 million extra, 4 million extra, and you want to now start investment properly. At that time, you are now starting with, let's say, 9 million, or let's say even 12 million naira. That is the power of compounding. You do not have to leave that money idle. Now, the difference between the rich and the poor isn't about the amount of money they have. They just ride on speed. It is about speed. They think fast. They are calculated with their thinking. In fact, with the little that they think they have, or you think that you don't even have, if you give them that little, because of the mindset that they already have, they will run faster than you, and you will still be waiting. That is how they think. They think long term, and they think speed. That is what differentiates the rich and the poor. My brother, let me tell you now, that is what differentiates Obi Kubana and Obi Abama. If you do not understand that, you need to understand that that is also what differentiates you from me, because I have started and you are still waiting because you want to have all the money more than me. By the time you get to the point that I am ahead of you already. That is about 50, 100x ahead of you. So start now. As a financial literacy advocate, let me just tell you this true, and You don't have to pay me for this. This is real from the bottom of my heart. From the bottom of my heart, deep down inside my heart. I have to tell you this for free. If you want to multiply that finances, you must think long term. You must think speed, and you must think now, not until I have everything. Money that you keep will not add up, but money that you send to work, you send on an errand, will work for you. Do you understand? Now, I can tell you for a fact that ways that you can actually start investing that money, it is by buying shares across any company that you are comfortable. Like I always say, do your research, do your market research, and also go ahead to read the performances. Yes, market performances, company performances, know how these companies are doing. And I can give you, for example, we have things like companies like Bua Foods. This is one company that you might want to start looking into because it is what? Consumer good. It's a consumer company. They produce things that people use on a daily basis. So that means whether inflation or not, your money keeps growing because people must eat every day. Another thing that you want to look at, another sector that you might want to look at, aside Bua Food or consumable goods, it is actually telecommunication, utility companies, power sector. These are sectors that are really in demand. People need these services, people need these products every single day. So you might want to start into that and also look at how you can be compounding your interest even with 5,000, 10,000 naira on a monthly basis, right? You are not like Okon or Idara who wants to wait, or like Okon who already has 166,700 naira. You might just be having 10,000 naira every single month. You can make use of that already. Okay, my name is Director Simon. I'm an investor and I'm a farmer, not just a farmer, a practical farmer, not by words. Okay, so if you want to know what I do aside just sitting down on the camera, you might want to ask me personal questions in my DM. My numbers are right down on the screen. Reach me out on Facebook, Simon Obod, LinkedIn, Director Simon, also on Twitter at DIS of Africa. Make we connect so that we go really make this money in a big way. Until next time, do it to subscribe, do it to like this video, share with someone who might need this information, these experiences, and also start building their financial portfolio. The goal for me at Digital Wealth Academy is that by 2035, I want to be able to raise 1 million Nigerians who are financially free with the knowledge, strategies, and skills that God has blessed me with. I want to also be able to look at tomorrow and say, people that I have raised are also making impact. Building wealth is actually possible. If you're willing, I am in, and the rest will be history.